Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our final installation for this season of our How To series. And we're closing it out on a very powerful subject, which is, of course, YouTube monetization. We wanted to start the year off with you all knowing about the tools and the resources that you have available. Again, to get your music, to get your brand out there, and to also make money and to monetize that. And so, this year's theme, of course, is making money. So be sure to stay tuned in with Slim House and the other directives that we'll have. We'll be announcing a boot camp pretty soon. We are revamping our financial literacy mixtape boot camp that'll be kicking off in the month of February, leading you right up to tax preparation and getting you prepared out start for the year with that. So thank you very much for tuning in. For those of you who are there, just a couple of quick housekeeping rules. If you want to comment, you can leave your comments in the chat. And they'll be answered during the time. And of course, if you're familiar with this format and how we've done the How To series previously, that you know that we will do our best to get to every single last question that is posed today online. So just one quick second, we're going to give a few people more time to get into the room, and then we'll be right back.
changes. What do you say? You think maybe it depends?
Yeah, it depends. That's what I just know. But see, the thing is, because we don't really think about the future. Because that's our problem as black people. We don't think about the future, right? About all this now. So he knows that he won't live to it, but he thinks about his family and his family's family. We don't think like that. That's that's bad for give it to me.
But I think for musicians as well, when they start and so on, you can't think how big it's going to be. You can't.
No, well, think about it. Like me, I've been around so many. I've seen people this way, but it can't be going and it can't be coming back. And I've been right in the level.
Well, again, good evening, everyone. Happy New Year to you as well. We are here in 2023. Thank you for all for joining us for our third and final installment of the How to Workshop series. The installment of our workshop, of course, today is on YouTube, Monetization. We're definitely looking forward to giving you information about that and making sure that you go into the new year prepared as artists and knowing about these free resources that you can tap into that can actually make you money. So my name is Tanya Dyson. I'm the executive director of Memphis C.R.E.A.M Collaboratory. Thank you for joining us this evening, and we appreciate everyone watching out there on YouTube and Facebook. If you see a friend that should be here that is not here, go ahead and take that opportunity to hit that share button now and get that friend into the room as well. And of course, we'll have a lot of great information. So at any given point, you can feel free to share, tweet. Also, follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Everything is Memphis Slim House or Mem at Mem Slim House as well. Um, of course, we want you to be able to take something from this installation and take away to apply to your own career. So don't forget, again, to follow, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Not only is this workshop available here, but the previous ones, and then anything that we do from this point forward, we'll also have an online presence as well. That way you can tap into this information when you need to. We do understand that a lot of our members are gigging musicians. All of our members are gigging musicians. And so you may not be able to make the actual workshop on the day that it's aired, but don't worry. This will sit in perpetuity on our YouTube channel and it'll be available at your convenience. So make sure whenever that you get your downtime and that gig is over, go ahead and click on this link so you can learn a little bit about getting your original content and your original music out. So also a little bit of housekeeping rules, for membership. If you are not a member and would like to sign up, you can do so. Of course, now through January 17th, of course, the first 2 weeks of every month is our membership intake period. And so you can contact Akira Strong. She's our program coordinator. And you can hit her up at the email down below, or you can call the membership hotline at 249-8251. It's 249-8251 to schedule a time to apply. So I guess now that we've done that, what I would like to do is go ahead and get started and do an introduction on who will be presenting to you today. So Adam McFarland, of course, is the program manager for Black music and culture for YouTube. He's done a lot. A graduate of proud graduate of Morehouse College, and it just, is an amazing all-around guy and is very devout and very dedicated to making sure that artists have this information and have these resources. We've been fortunate to work with Adam throughout the year of 2022 through the Future Insiders program that some of you may have attended. And so, if so, you have attended that, you are very familiar with his face or his voice, and you know exactly what you are in for, which is a definite treat and a definite resource and some amazing knowledge today. So, without further ado, I would like to go ahead and bring Adam up to the panel. So we're gonna give a virtual hand clap. I'm not sure how that goes, but give it up for Adam, everyone.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much to Memphis Slim House, to Tanya and their amazing team for making this possible. As she said, we've done a lot of work together over the past year, very transformational work. And this is work that we are extremely passionate about here at YouTube. Yeah, just excited to be a part of this and hope that this presentation is interactive, that you have the opportunity to ask questions, that you get a chance to engage and learn something that you potentially did not know before. So I'm going to start with a quick presentation that is adapted from another style and type of work that we do, that just kind of talks through monetization and what that means here at YouTube for now and moving into the future. So that being said, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm Adam, program manager of Black Music and Cultures here at YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram, follow me on my YouTube channel. You can anywhere you can find me. I'll try and be available to the people that are here. All right. So I am going to, YouTube has a goal of becoming the #1 revenue source to the music industry by 2025. Last year alone, we paid out $2 billion to the music industry. The idea is that YouTube becomes the best place for every music fan. And we do that in one of three ways: through discovery, through consumption, and through participation. And we enable monetization on individual channels. We'll talk more about what that means in a couple of seconds. But the results and kind of like the outcome of all of that is a destination where you can engage in both long form and short form content all in one place, creating community, building and developing culture. YouTube is the place that culture happens, is the way that I like to talk about it. So YouTube channels making 6 figures or more on platform are up by 40%. And that's a really, really important thing, just because of the very first slide where I said that we want YouTube to be the #1 contributor to revenue to the music business. You can do that, and we will do that when we become a sustainable business for as many people as possible. The number of channels that make 6 figures is up 40% since last year, and we hope to see that sort of increase year over year moving forward. In order for you as a YouTube channel creator, as a YouTube creator, or artist, a songwriter, a producer, anyone who does anything that is remotely creative, you know that YouTube is a tool, it's an opportunity for you to create audience, to build audience, to develop that audience. And the beautiful thing about YouTube is that you can then monetize and create a sustainable revenue source. So YouTube is a platform that is constantly evolving to help creators build their presence. So monetization has always been a strong component of generating revenue on YouTube, but creators have often found ways to sustain their content creation via deals with brands, exploring business opportunities, crowdfunding, et cetera, et cetera. If you are a creator, you know that those multiple sources of income are very important. But we've been developing our platform based non-ad sources of earning. We've also included a couple of features we'll talk a little bit more about in a second: super chat, sponsorships, merch experiments. There's a million of different ways, and I'm overstating, obviously, not literally a million. There's many, many ways that you can monetize on platform. And this is an area that we as an organization want to expand and continue to expand to help creators build a stable and thriving financial income from their YouTube presence. So how do you do that? Okay. I'm going to talk specifically about artists for a second, just because I think that I'm assuming, just knowing who the Memphis Slim Collaboratory caters to, that there are a lot of artists or people that are connected to the creative ecosystem that supports artists in the room today. So here's how an artist makes money from their music. It depends on their relationship with YouTube and any third parties. So, right, an artist can be signed to a label. An artist can be affiliated with a distributor. Publishing deals is another way that artists can make money. And then as it relates to YouTube, artists that are involved in the YouTube Partner Program. And so that's unsigned artists that can join the YouTube Partner Program and generate revenue from ads if you meet the minimum criteria. So the next question is, what is that minimum criteria? And that criteria is listed here. So YouTube Partner Program is the means by which YouTube pays our creators, pays our artists via ads and sponsorship or ads. Okay, so are you eligible? How do you become eligible for the YouTube Partner Program? One, you have to be in good standing with YouTube. Two, we'll talk about what that means in a second. Two, you have to have 4,000 valid public watch hours in the previous 12 months and at least 1,000 subscribers. And then lastly, you have to have a linked AdSense account. Super easy, very direct to create an AdSense account. And if you meet these three criteria, then you are eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. And that is the means by which we pay out our creators. The other way, and this is a revolutionary claim and kind of like moment for us, that we also have a product solution called YouTube Shorts. And YouTube Shorts is going to be one of the first ways that artists, songwriters, producers, creators can monetize using their short form content. And that is 10 million public shorts views in the last 90 days and 1,000 subscribers. So if you meet those bars, then you also are going to be eligible to monetize on platform. Excuse me. So additional ways that creators, artists, songwriters, and producers can make money on YouTube. One of those in particular, once you're in the program, you can start earning money from ads and YouTube premium subscribers watching your content. Also, you can explore other revenue streams besides just ads, like what I mentioned earlier, merch and super chat. So channel memberships. Memberships allow viewers to join your channel through like monthly payment, not like through monthly payments, and get members only perks like badges, like emojis, like other goods. And if you're eligible, these policies and guidelines will help steer you out of trouble. Secondly, super chat and super stickers. So what is that? If you actually, I'm hoping that you've taken some time to spend some time on platform and you've seen super chat and super stickers as a way for fans to connect with creators directly via live chat. So even via this chat, for example, viewers would be able to purchase super chat to highlight your message within live chat. And viewers can also purchase super stickers to see a digital or an animated image that pops up into the live chat feed. And it's a way to be seen by your creator. It's a way to be seen and also just to express your admiration or support of a creator, artist, songwriter, or producer that's going on live. The other ways that you can make money on platform is via merchandise. So the merchandise shelf and related merch features. Excuse me. Excuse me, coming back from a cold. It's not COVID. Let eligible channels showcase their official branded merchandise on YouTube, and if the channel is eligible, that shelf may surface on their videos on the watch page. But it may not show for all the videos. You can turn a merch shelf on in video on demand in your videos and pin it to the top of live chats during lives and premieres. I encourage you to go into the YouTube, go into your back end of YouTube, into Studio, and play around with the different ways that you can use merchandise and prominently present your merchandise. So far we've talked about how you can make money via ads. We've talked about how you can make money via alternative monetization, such as channel memberships, super chat, super stickers, and merchandise. And then next up, I would like to just kind of talk through a couple of what we call monetization best practices. So here is just a couple of tips, like key elements of each video of the actual content that we think will help advertisers target. And what you're doing is you're making your content palatable for advertisers. Not saying change your content, not saying change who you are, not trying to drive you away from being genuine, authentically yourself and showing up the way that you need to show up. But here are some best practices that we've noticed do help advertisers target the right content for their brand. So, in terms of content, you'll see at the top here, these bullet points is really helpful. Many advertisers look for content that aligns with their message, their brand, and in some cases, they may avoid advertising against certain content categories. So keep these rules of thumb in mind as you make your content strategy. Only you understand the balance of what your audience wants and what the advertiser prefers. And so, what do we mean by that? Well, maybe, potentially keep profanity to a minimum, and review your content mix, balance it between mature topics and with other more widely appealing ones. It's good to diversify the styles and types of content that you're creating for a platform. Secondly, these same criteria can extend to a video's thumbnail as well. Thumbnails that are shocking, overly graphic, sexually suggestive can also cause advertisers to decide that they want to exclude that content from a particular campaign. So your thumbnails should accurately represent the content and be enticing to viewers, but you may also want to choose thumbnails that appeal to the broader audience. Again, it's about having that balance. And in that way, you want to appeal to a broad set of brands while also being genuine and authentic to your viewer base. And a lot of that has to do with, knowing who your audience is, and what's appropriate. And then also balancing that with what is going to be palatable and desirable by brands. And so these things include, one, like accurate thumbnails, like thumbnails that depict what's actually going on in your content or in your video. Again, avoid sexually suggestive, graphic, or shocking thumbnails. Certain brands might choose not to advertise against certain things just because that's their choice. It's the advertiser's choice. And then last, things that appeal to a broad audience. And this is another moment where it's like, you don't have to pigeonhole yourself to just talk to one style and type of person all the time. The broader your audience is, the more of a base you have for advertisers to potentially buy against and place their brand and advertisements against. And then lastly, titles and other text-based metadata are treated like very similarly. So titles, tags, descriptions, as advertisers they may choose to exclude videos that have particular words or phrases. And just like the thumbnails, you can choose how to balance an eye-catching title with one that is also appropriate for brands. And so you might want to potentially leave some of the profanity out to make brands more comfortable with a video. This also extends to the description, to the tags, the words that could be taken out of context, anything that's sexually suggestive, profane, controversial, could result in some level of decreased monetization. And in the same example on this side, and there's going to be an example on this side supporting whether or not it's good to, or rather supporting a good maker, like a good creator, would potentially cause for an opportunity for an advertiser to be a repeat offender, right? But they might shy away from things. Here's an example, you can advertise against a video about a boxing match, but they might shy away from videos that say the bloodiest boxing match or the killer or things like that. There's going to be some time for some questions in a second. So if anything that I say doesn't really make sense or you have some sort of question, please let me know. Just write them down and we'll have a question and answer period at the end of this conversation. So as far as distributors are concerned, we talked earlier about the different ways that you can partner with YouTube. Our preferred distributor program is a great tool for artists who are looking for the best of the best in distribution. These are qualified and vetted distributors that have a really great relationship with YouTube. They have a proven track record, and they deliver artist content to YouTube frequently and are a part of our preferred distributor program. You can find that YouTube service directory just with a quick Google search. It's also inside of the actual YouTube platform. All right. Going to move forward to copyrights. I think copyrights are another really good example of ways that people end up not monetizing in ways that they could. So here's a quick do's and don'ts of copyrights. If you're creating content on YouTube, releasing music and videos, you may have at one point been hit with a copyright claim, or in some cases, you've been hit with a copyright strike. The best practice is to always seek approval prior to sampling a song or a piece of creative in order to avoid claims or possible strikes. Take the time to review the copyright notifications that come to your studio dashboard when you upload a video. YouTube automatically checks your video against whatever potential copyright claims or copyright strikes that may be potentially raised against your content. Take the time. Don't just click past it and really investigate as to how it's going to affect your content, because that is also going to affect your ability to monetize. We know copyright isn't very intricate and it can be a bit confusing to understand, but we encourage you, to take the time to better understand what copyright questions already exist out on the web, or you can visit support.google.com/YouTube and search for copyright for more information there. Again, here are some quick do's and don'ts. Like, you got to understand the difference between a copyright claim and a copyright strike. Um, One obviously has more impact versus another, and the other reality is the ability to respond to each is different based on whether or not you have a strike or a claim. Strikes are a bit more serious. And then you want to seek approval for sampling. Make sure, try to get in touch with the owner of the copyright before you use anything. Again, support.google.com/YouTube is a great resource. And then please don't ignore the copyright notifications in YouTube. As I said before, don't just click right past it and think you're going to be okay. And then don't abuse the copyright takedown web form, because there's a form, a copyright takedown web form, that you can make a claim that you actually do have rights to this song, you do have rights to this sound, and you can make that copyright form or kind of like requisition via the takedown form. But again, it's a bad idea to abuse that form. It's kind of like the boy who cried wolf effect. On to the next slide. So here are some key resources that we share. Typically, the Artist Hub, the Creator Hub, and the YouTube Help Center. Again, a quick Google search, and you can find all three of these documents or destinations rather. And they're a really, really great way. I know a lot of times people don't want to go on to like resources and facts pages because you don't think that it accurately answers your question. But the Artist Hub and the Creator Hub and the Help Center, Google and YouTube has spent years and years and years really honing these resources so that they are as potent as possible. A lot of the questions that you have already been asked and answered there. So instead of just hitting a blank wall or feeling like you're unable to get in touch with anyone, or it taking too much time, because we are receiving a lot of copyright claims and a lot of strikes and a lot of conversation around potential ad questions and confusion. Instead of thinking that it's taking too long, I highly encourage people to take advantage rather of those resources. They are actually really helpful. And I say that as an employee of the organization. Sometimes when I run into an issue that I don't know, and there will be questions that I don't know, I actually go to those three resources and see if I can't find the answer there before elevating and escalating it to the powers that be. And so that kind of brings this portion of my presentation to an end. I know there was a bunch of questions. There may be a bunch of questions. And if there is, I'm open to answer at least the questions on this now. Maybe, maybe not. Who we got in here, guys? Pop in the chat. Let's see who's available. All right. Not seeing any questions, but yeah, I guess I just did a really great job of explaining monetization. um, if not, Miss Tanya, I'm not sure if want me to keep going or you want to ask some of the questions, any questions that you all have. I also do a bit on YouTube Shorts. Really excited about YouTube Shorts, our new short form platform that we think is really, really strong and very excited about. Too many questions. Oh man, fire them away, please. And that's what we don't want. We don't want people to get overwhelmed. It's not. I mean, everything I just presented it may seem a bit overwhelming, but it really is fairly intuitive. Um, I think that what happens. Yeah, go for it. Please just go ahead and um, David, you got some work to do, but you can do it, brother. And go ahead, Millie. Please feel free to drop your question. I think you have to drop it in the chat. I think. Um, and while you do that, just go ahead and type it, drop it in the chat, and I'll make sure to respond. But yeah, Davey, it's not it's actually way I tell people that getting to that 1,000 followers and subscribers is way easier than you think. It's just about consistency and leveraging YouTube analytics, right? Um, so use YouTube analytics as a means to inform what you're doing. And so I say that like when you go to a YouTube studio and you're looking at, okay, you can see so many details. It's literally an unlimited amount of information. So it's like you can tell down to what is the percentage of young people, age demographics. You can tell what at what point in the videos people are leaving. You can tell down to. I mean, it's just so much information that you can learn from your videos. And so what you do is take the information that you have and apply it and try new things and see what happens, see what works, see what doesn't. I tell people like consistency is key, right? Like if you're consistently putting up videos, what happens is that's arming you with an immense amount of data that you can then use to inform how you change what you do moving forward. And then, YouTube is an exercise in audience building. So, you may notice, I'm losing people here, I'm gaining people here. Like use that information. Yes, step one is really just to be consistent. I think it's about putting up really having a really strong content plan, and then move from there. I'm going to drop down and hit, yeah, Makai. Yeah, it's actually really, really exciting. We are like the only people that are really going to be able to pay you for your short form content directly via ads. So it's revolutionary. And then Millie said, my channel has 14K subs and watch time. I'm not sure how to monetize. So, Millie, you're going to be eligible. Ideally, you will be eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. You're going to go to, and I'll even show you the page. Can we put the slides back up for just 1 second? I'm going to show him what it actually looks like. Thank you. So when you first, additionally, make sure that you have an AdSense account and you link your AdSense account to your channel. You'll then be prompted. You'll see this Grow with YouTube page that you see here. You'll in YouTube Studio, you'll have access to a Grow with YouTube opportunity, and it will give you the check marks to say, hey, you have all the parts that you need: the two-step verification, public hours, the subscribers, and you're in good standing. You don't have any strikes. And so what happens is it's like a sign up, like any other sign up process, Millie. Again, if you just you can literally Google search YouTube Partner Program. If you do that right now, there are some very intent and very particular how-to guides that you can have access to. And then your second question is, how do I remove those claims on my original music? So like I said, if you own the copyright to the music and you think that copyright is wrong, there is a copyright takedown web form. I'm not abuse. It's a copyright takedown web form, and you can make copyright claims and contest whether or not the music is yours or not directly to YouTube. If you receive them via your distributor can help you do that as well. Yeah, so you could definitely do that, Davey. Davey says, so I can just say, hey, check out this new song and see how many people watch. I also recommend, Davey, like from like a marketing and promotions perspective, like how are you cross promoting across your social media? Are you saying, I mean, I know a lot of times people say it's kind of corny and not cool for me to do this, but it does help for you to say, hey, link and subscribe, watch and subscribe on another social media account where you might have more followers. Drop that link in there, drive people from one place to another, kind of cross promote. Yeah, and you can definitely see how many people are watching, how many people react whenever you make certain actions. So like chronicleize and make sure you memorialize. Okay, today on another platform, I said go to my YouTube, and then I can look at my studio and say, oh, there were 3 people that actually came over. That works, and I should do it at this time. Try different times of the day. Try different types and styles of content, right? So not just the songs, but also use shorts. Try. We have a really really strong relationship with shorts, and treating shorts. We can honestly say like people that use channels that use shorts do see an overall lift on the entire health of their page. So make an attempt at using shorts. Wallow267, who does a lot of work with our organization, is YouTube's first cultural advisor, has made the statement that he uses shorts as commercials to the larger video or the larger things that he does as a means to promote people and have people, because we all consume content in so many different ways. It's important for us to be providing our fans, providing our subscribers content in those multiple different ways. So keep typing those questions in, keep dropping those questions in. But while I have you, let's jump into a quick little presentation on YouTube Shorts. So, YouTube, what is YouTube Shorts? I hope that at this point you all have seen YouTube Shorts. It is our short form product solution, and over the last year, Shorts have accumulated 5 trillion all-time views, and are now averaging over 30 billion views per day. That's up from 400% a year ago. Needless to say, people are watching YouTube Shorts. I don't know what you heard. I don't know what you think. But people are definitely watching YouTube Shorts, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing for us to see. While we can't make the decision for you to decide if you want to get on Shorts or if it's worth the effort, what we can say is that our audience is already leaning into Shorts in a big way. And the time at this very time, there's 30 billion average views per day. That's more than 4 times what we saw in TikTok. I'm sorry, in 2021. Moving on, shorts and long form video will come together to build audience, right? So YouTube has this goal of being a multi format destination, and artist channels are uploading both shorts and long form, are seeing a better overall watch time and subscriber growth. So let's talk about what we're seeing on artist channels. Through our research, we found that artists that upload shorts and long form videos are seeing overall better watch time and subscriber growth. And this shows that shorts and long form video will come together to grow a music career on our platform. And if you wondered how, we'll explain in the next few slides. So creating a short starts with, let me go slide, sorry. Creating a short starts with inside of the YouTube app. So you open up the YouTube app, you open the app, select this icon here in the middle. It says start. That will lead you to selecting the option to either upload a video or create a short. You can also upload a video that is 60 seconds or less as a short. From there, you can use the various editing features to add features such as filters and adjusting the speed. And then you'll go to upload it. It's literally as simple as that. We all know how to do this. So, moving on. Creation can also start from a video. Sorry, creation can start from you creating in the way that we just said. So that's one way to create and upload a short. But you can also create a short from a music video. You just go to the music video you want to use the audio from and select the create icon, create short icon, and then adjust the music to edit your short and hit upload. You can save your shorts as a draft, right? And in creative, if you're in a creative mood and you want to save your videos for another time, and you can just hit the X button at the top left of the shorts camera to save your work in progress by tapping save as draft. You can see here. And then if you've made any additional changes after recording or adding segments, such as adding text or music, you can hit the back arrow button in the top left and tap save as a draft. At the moment, you can only save one draft, but soon you will be able to save multiple. Now, let's talk about audio, putting some sound underneath that. The Shorts audio library offers new ways for viewers to discover music. So, when in the editing phase of your short, select the add music icon at the top of the screen, which will bring your Shorts audio, bring you to the Shorts audio library. The audio library is a collection of license-free music, aka you won't get a copyright claim from using it. And this library of music is constantly being updated. So if you don't see a song that you want to use in the library, chances are it will be available soon. And that is quickly growing. The sound page. All right, so the sound page shows you how fans are engaging with your music. Let's talk about it. If you want to check out how fans are interacting with your music, you just tap that right button of a short using your music. This will take you to the sound page where you can see all the shorts, all the other shorts that are using your music, which is exciting because then you have a way to identify and potentially engage people that have already identified your sound as appealing to them, right? So far, viewers can actually see your shorts. So while the majority of shorts are viewed within the shorts player, which is that shorts icon at the bottom of the mobile screen that's highlighted in the second image here, shorts can also be discovered by viewers from multiple places, including channel pages, right? So like on your actual channel page, you can see shorts. There will be like a shelf of shorts from the YouTube homepage. If you go to YouTube homepage right now, you will see shorts offerings that are listed across a shelf there. And then from subscriptions, by searching individually for a creator's shorts, right? So if I search individually for a creator, any individual creator's shorts, then I am able to find them. And yeah, that's pretty much it on shorts for now. I mean, it's again fairly really intuitive. Highly encourage you to use shorts, not just because you can use money, but because it is a beautiful and very much so needed chance and tool to grow your audience. And like I said earlier, YouTube is heading in the direction of being a multi-format content area and place. So like the more you can again diversify the quality and the style and the type of offerings that you have on your page, the more competitive you come and the more you're delivering to your creators. So yeah. Any questions about shorts? Let me know. Go for it. All right. If there's no questions, that's really all I had for the group today. Again, I appreciate you all for your time. And please, if you have any individual questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me. I posted my Instagram earlier on the page. Yes, Sarah Beck practice on the number of short suppressed per day. I really feel like so. No, Millie, thank you for your questions, man. I really don't. I think it's what's appropriate for you. Like what do you usually do? And I would even argue like there is no limit. I would just again like rely on my YouTube studio analytics data to show me, okay, when I post at this time, I'm getting more engagement. When I post this many times, play around with it. It's your creativity. Shorts and videos in general, they are an expression of your creativity. So only you can really tell us what you feel comfortable doing, and then only your audience can tell you what they are going to resonate with. If that makes sense? Because I think a lot of people are just too precious. Like, don't be precious. Especially, you said you have 14K subs. I mean, it sounds like what you're doing is working. It's driving people in the direction of your music. And this is just an additional way for people to see your personality. I think it's important for people to know who it is behind the creative, right? So like give people an opportunity, if you always post really serious music videos, maybe do some shorts where you do some comedy stuff, just diversify it and make your page a destination and make it more appealing. And then, maybe do some comedy stuff and that doesn't work. It falls really flat. People are clowning you in the comments and you're like, man, that didn't work. Now you shouldn't do that. So, or maybe you just tweak it a little bit and that becomes a part of your persona. But yeah, don't be precious with it, man. Just give it as much or as little as you feel comfortable. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Miss Tanya. Excuse me. You guys are awesome. So great group. Really looking forward to see what comes out of what we talked about today. And I really hope that you guys all could say that you learned something new. Absolutely, Millie. Appreciate you, man, for being so participatory. Thank you, Davey. Let's connect, man.
But see, the thing is, we don't really think about the future. Because that's our problem as black people. We don't think about the future, right? About all this now. So he knows that he won't live to even say it, but he thinks about his family and his family's family. We don't think like that. That's bad for our give it to me.
But I think for musicians as well, when they start and so on, you can't think how big it's going to be. You can't.
No, you think about it. Like me, I've been around so many. I've seen people this way, and when they pass me going in, they pass me coming back, and I've been right in this.